Hi everyone, I'm Marla Miller from marlamiller.com, and you have clicked on to critique my query, so I'm assuming that you are interested in learning more about query letters and how to hook agents and editors, because that's what the query letter has to do. This one, I'll just go ahead and read it and then we'll chat about it for a little while. Dear Blank, if the fate of a nation rested in your hands, what would you do? In my urban fantasy novel, Mystia, aimed for the middle grade age range, this is a question that must be answered by a girl named Dawn. After getting lost in the woods during a camping trip, Dawn is attacked by a werewolf and narrowly escapes with the help of Amethyst. Amethyst is a griffin sent by her king to bring back the first human she finds. She takes Dawn to the fantastical island of Mystia, where Dawn learns that in order to bring about an ancient prophecy and defeat Athenias, the king's arch enemy, she must join them in battle. She agrees to help, and her training begins right away. The catch: on the island of Mystia, humans are despised. Along the way, she realizes that she isn't just fighting for Mystia anymore, she is fighting for her life. It is also a story about strength and growth, and how even the most powerful forces can be overcome. I strongly believe Mystia could be a worthwhile addition to your agency's titles. The entire manuscript, which is available upon request, is approximately 90,000 words. Thank you for your time and consideration. Okay, so what do I think of this urban fantasy novel that she says, and again, we put the query as it's delivered to my email box exactly as it is on the site, so you can read along with me. She says that it's middle grade age range. I think that's a little too and I don't write children's, but I think you need to get that a bit more specific. One of the things that I'm a little concerned about is that it's 90,000 words, and that is a pretty good size book. And so I'm wondering if this is more young adult than middle school. I don't know. Assuming that you are writing in this genre, you know this writer knows what books look like for the middle school versus junior high versus high school. So I would check that out. I think I would check out if middle school books tend to be 90,000 words. I mean, that's a pretty hefty size for a novel. Okay, so what do I think of the story? I like it. I like it. I thought she presented it well. She let us know that the protagonist is going to deal with complications, that she's not just going to be fighting the bad guys, but in fact she's going to be fighting for her life. So that's a good twist. So yeah, I like it. I might want to ratchet up the tension just a little bit more if she can. But I think it's for young adults or younger, this might be a good read. I like the fact that it is a female protagonist. I also like the fact that the griffin that finds her is also female. I just think that's kind of fresh, even in today's gender-neutral reading society. I think the more female protagonists that we have and the more female characters we have in these action adventures, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think agents might be interested in that. And I guess the only other thing that I would recommend, I just returned from the Santa Barbara Writers Conference, where I taught several workshops and had several people come to share their experience with writers. And I would encourage this writer to connect with Justine Musk, JustineMusk.com. That's her website. She's an urban fantasy writer who really reaches out to the writing community. I had her in a panel and she was just wonderful. Everyone loved her. She loves supporting writers on the road to publication. So I'd encourage this writer to find her on Facebook or on Twitter. She's a Twitter queen. And follow her, because Justine offers lots of good stuff to writers on the road. And beyond that, I'm not going to say much more. Like the writing, had no problem with the writing at all. I think that for those of you who are listening to this critique, you take a look at this writer's presentation. It's a nice flow. She's got just about everything she needs in there. She hasn't offered anything about herself, but you know, sometimes that's okay. Unless she has been published in this genre, or she's multi-published, or has established a platform, which I would encourage her and all of us to do. Um, you know, it might be okay that she doesn't offer anything, any autobiographical information about herself, but it also doesn't hurt. I hope that this is helpful. Until the next time, be well, keep writing, and send your query letters, particularly those of you who are writing nonfiction. We always like those as well.